All right, check. 1 2 1 2 on the mic. Sounds nice. All right, I got a friend with me today. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good show, guys. Hello. Welcome. I am Call Me Nakomi, and welcome back to Call Me Nakomi World for a special edition of Call Me a Sports Fan, guys. Of course, usually as usual, when I do my sports shows, I have my homeboy Omar. Big O, what's going on with you, bro?
What's going on, girl? It's been a minute. How you been?
I've been cool, man. Just doing some Lakers talk. That's basically just focusing on Lakers talk. I
Hey,
can talk
yo,
about
your Lakers are
much
looking
else,
good. I
huh?
won't. I won't lie. Your Lakers are actually looking good. I mean,
Blessings,
I know a lot of
blessings,
people are
blessings.
trashing the fact that Bronny's on the team. I get that, but I mean, defense is stout. Like they are balling.
It's
Honestly,
it's effort. It's effort. They're actually giving the effort today. So it's. Hey, I feel like they have focus. They have direction, and I think that they're gonna be pretty good today this year. If they can stay healthy, they're gonna do pretty good this year. We'll see
it's
where
all
the
that
world.
head coach.
Let's see where the exactly. You know how I
That
feel
that
about the
head
head coach.
coach, everybody was
Uh,
saying, "Oh nah, he ain't gonna do it." I don't know. He looking like the young Pat Riley. He looking like the young Pat Riley.
Kind of looking like the young Pat Riley, or at least like a young Spolstra. That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking like. So I'll take it. You know what I mean? A little bit more tactic. I feel like I like. I feel like at the very least, definitely the players are vibing with him. That's number one. So he is at least starts off with having the ears and the eyes of the locker room.
Yep.
At the same time, I feel like he's gonna be very good with what he says to the team, to the front office, and to the media. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be able to handle that delicate balance of calling the team out, but on the sneak tip. What's up? I tell you what's up. How you doing, Ty?
Yes, that's the crippled one right now.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You'll get home. Get well soon, Ty. Get well soon.
Bye.
See you later. See you later.
No,
It's
you're
all
right.
good.
No, you're absolutely right.
I little by little, he gonna, whenever he needs a team to poke a team here, poke a team there, he's gonna be up in the post game like, well, I mean, I blame myself, because I didn't put them in the position to basically be able to give their 100% effort. So I blame myself.
but I mean, but you have to look. Unlike most coaches, he's been a former player.
True.
He knows how the locker room is when it's good and when it's bad. He's been down that road. He knows the mindset of a player. He knows when they're on a lull. He
Hmm.
knows how to talk to them to get them out of it. And mind you, yes, we're only 5 games in. I get that, but I honestly think he is set up to
Hmm.
do great with you guys.
Exactly. I think that another attribute, which some people might poo-poo or brush away like it's nothing, but it can be overlooked. Not only the coach that he went to college under, and the fact
Hmm.
that he was very not close to them as in friendly, but close to them as in learning. And it's not just the learning, but when you apply the learning to someone who had to try a little harder, you know what I'm saying? He's not naturally gifted. He has a shot, but he's not naturally gifted. The Lakers are not doing well. But anyway, he's not naturally gifted, but he had to
It's going to be
learn.
up and
He had
down.
to
It's going to
learn.
be up and down. Come on now. You got to
I'm
give
not
them,
sweating it. I'm not sweating it.
yeah,
Basically, I mean, Cleveland is 4-0 for a reason, plain and simple. But at
true.
the same time, we're gonna give our fight. It's just the first quarter. I mean, we gave up a ton. Wow. So we have a hole to dig our way out of. But I don't believe that we don't have a chance ever, ever. I'm never gonna say that the Lakers don't have a chance. But also with the fact that he had to become a student of the game because he didn't have those natural talents and that natural athleticism. So I feel
Hmm.
like the fact that he probably really really focused like a madman so that he could get a edge up. I feel like he'll probably apply that to to what he learned from his coaches to the Lakers. And I feel like and he was a player, so he obviously understands how to at least approach somebody, or else he would have got beat up a long time ago in the locker room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Anyway, yeah, the Laker guards are bad, Craig. I mean, hey, we're gonna have some adjusting to do, but I feel like we're definitely gonna do that. All right. Also, before we let's get into some other sports right now. I mean, there's other topics in the NBA, but we can circle back to that a little bit later. You know what I mean? There's not too much to talk about as far as I'm concerned. There's some storylines in the NBA, but it's early, so no one can really truly be judged by their first 5 games. It's a eyebrow raise if something, if people go on runs. It's like, okay, that team came out ready, but at the same time, I mean, the Bucks are not doing well right now. Philly's obviously not doing well right now with Joel Embiid, and Detroit's pretty much winless right now. Who is it? What they're expected, but there's a lot of teams that you would have expected to do better, but are not currently. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
Philly won't get any better the way that they plan on playing Embiid.
Oh, I don't know.
You can't have your star-studded powerhouse play every other game, every 2 games. That takes the rhythm away from your 5 squad. Your starting 5. It takes away the rhythm from that. It's not a good look. It's not a good look.
There's a reason why a lot of these older players, their fingers look all crazy and janky, and they walk with a limp. And I'm not saying that you should basically abuse your body, but at some point, extending your career is meaningless if you never really get to that mountaintop. If you end your career, to me, I feel, I mean, yes, some people had great Hall of Fame careers and never won a championship. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who basically, those people, at least back in the day, they played 82 games through injury, turned the ankle. They're there the next game. You know what I mean? They fought through it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, especially like a year ago or the year before, Anthony Davis started to do that. You know what I mean? He started to actually play through his pains because he really, really wanted to win a championship. And you had to realize that, yeah, there's reasons why Kobe Bryant at the end of the year, you'd be like, Kobe Bryant, he looked like a jigsaw puzzle and they had a whole body draw out on the TV with, he had a bruised collarbone, he had a pulled quad, he had a pulled bicep, he broke.
No, remember the hamstring. Remember the hamstring, and he went to go do the free throw. Remember they said that he was. Yeah, his Achilles. Yes, yeah. Remember, and if he didn't shoot the free throw, he was out for the game. He was like, nope, I will hobble my way over to that free throw line and shoot the free throw. On a blown Achilles.
He was on some Larry Bird stuff, man. But he would be like, "Oh, I can't use my hand. I'll just use my left hand the whole game."
Right.
You know what I mean? That's basically the kind of sacrifices that players have to make. And I believe that Joel Embiid understands that, and I hope that he is going to, if he gets healthy again, once he's fully healthy, he'll basically not go by that. I'm going to sit out every single one. Sometimes you got to, when you got to soften the blow, you know what I mean? You basically just like, oh, I might miss half the season. And then you're really there for like 75%. You know what I mean? So people are still just like, oh, okay, well, at least he was here for more than half the season. You know what I mean? I'd like to believe that that's what Embiid is doing, because I can't believe that they went out to get PG and they finally have a third star who, if healthy, also might be able to propel them further into the playoffs. But I highly, highly doubt it.
But it's the mentality.
Exactly. PG, as soon as he sprains an ankle, as soon as he breaks a fingernail, he's out for half the season. I mean, the same thing with Embiid. He basically is the best player for 35
to
games.
never play. Yes.
Same like Kawhi. Best
Oh my
player that never
gosh.
never
Oh my
played.
gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And
Yes. How
so
are you have an MVP and a former MVP and finals
amen.
and you literally every year 40 games out of the year you are sitting on the bench chilling.
Amen. What's up, Tamika? Listen, man. I don't really even rate Kawhi as a really high, like a high rated player, like how everybody else does. Personally, that's just me personally. Because okay, don't get me wrong, he's dead eye with the shot. The shot's clean, plain and simple. But he's never healthy. And honestly, a lot of his clout is because of the fact that he won the MVP, that Finals MVP. But I think that was half of that was the fact that he had like 3 All-Stars around him,
He had the same thing with the
Three Hall of
no, but he
Famers
had the same thing
around
with the
him.
Clippers. He had more help on the Clippers than he did with Toronto.
You know what I'm saying? And when he went to Toronto, a couple of lucky ass bounces, and then he falls in. And then also he gets Golden State with 2 Hall of Famers down.
Yeah, that's true.
And we giving him he walking into LA talking about I'm the new king. Hold on, son. I want to know how many Kawhi Leonard murals are up in LA right now. I really like to
None.
know.
There never will be because he doesn't play. He does not play. I literally want to say. I think honestly, in the last 3 years, he's played maybe 45% total, and maybe 55% total in the last 3 years combined. Combined games.
When you need him, he's a no-show. James Harden, when you need him, he's a no-show. I mean, it's so many of them around there, and then they wonder basically like how the Kobe's and the Steph Currys and the LeBron Jameses and the Michael
Right.
Jordans and the Kareem
Mm-hmm.
Abdul-Jabbar's
Kareem, yes, exactly. Yep.
and the Magics who
And the
basically
Barclays and the
Barkley.
Shaqs and yes, and
I'm
all of
talking about
them.
like
Yep.
just beat up by the end of the year, but
Yep.
they sacrifice because they know that you know what, all of these games count. All of these
Yeah.
games count. You can't just aim for the play-in.
Yep.
Lord knows the Lakers know that. We can't just aim for the play-in. And we never really aim for the play-in, but at least we work our way back to the play-in. The goal is always higher than the play-in.
Yes.
And so LeBron definitely plays through injuries. And I believe that now he definitely is going to play through injuries. But Davis, thank God he's healthy, and I hope that he stays healthy. But he also will play through knick-knack injuries, plain and simple. Because honestly, at this point, when you say, I want to see my name retire, I want to see my number retired up there,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta go. You gotta go for broke. That's all. That's
Yep.
how I feel.
I agree.
That's how I feel.
I agree.
With that being said, let's segue off until the World Series where Shohei Ohtani, although he got hurt in I think Game 3, he came back for Game 4, correct? Or
Yes.
have you been
He hurt
following?
yes, he hurt his shoulder sliding into second base, and he did come back, but he didn't really do anything in Game 4. He went 0 for 3, and so you can see that shoulder's really nagging him. But even with him not, I mean, he's not even the name that everybody is talking about for the Dodgers right now.
Oh,
He
Freddie Freeman.
isn't. Freddie Freeman has been balling like he set the new World Series record for home runs made.
Exactly. Wow.
6 home runs. 6.
That's
this
crazy.
is insanity.
That's
like
about a hot
what?
bat. That's a hot
right.
bat.
Yes.
Hot bat. Don't touch that bat. Nobody touch that bat. Nobody touch that bat. They put it over in the corner.
I mean, he is smoking it. Like it is astounding. Like it was crazy because it all started in Game 1 when they walked to get him. They loaded the bases to get Freeman.
See, that's why
number 1, Ahala, grand slam is over, and he's been on a tear ever since.
See, there's no, I mean, there's basketball gods and baseball gods and football gods. I just think that it's just the sports gods. And when you play with the sports gods, that's why you don't basically be like, oh, I'm gonna lose these games so I could play this person in the playoffs.
Right.
Bet you're gonna lose. Plain and simple.
Yep.
You got to take it. Whoever comes in front of you. Plain and simple. Don't dodge the heat. If you're not playing, either you show up or you know.
No, I hear you. No, absolutely. And right now the Dodgers are bringing it, and they're up 3-1 right now. And I think honestly, tonight they lost yesterday, but I think tonight they close it out. They're going to close it out. I honestly believe that. I think they're going to take it in New York and win it 4-2, and they're going to celebrate on the plane all the way from New York to LA, and they'll be celebrating the entire way through.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, play this simple. I mean, never forget, I'm a New Yorker. So you know I'm not rooting for the Dodgers.
But there's only one team ever.
The Dodgers from us anyway. So you're welcome.
There's only one team ever to ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. You know who it was. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
I'm not a huge baseball fan.
Oh, let me help you.
Least, no. I'm not a huge baseball fan. But if it's anything I know, it's Yankees history. So yes, I definitely understand that we helped them break the curse. And somehow, some way, we had them buried in the dirt. And
you did.
I don't know what happened. Somebody like,
magic fairy dust, and you're right.
Somebody walked around some stage every single day, and whatever they basically said, their 10 Hail Marys or whatever it was that worked, and they basically came back. You know what? You're welcome. It's okay. We want another one after that.
The crazy thing about that, Netflix actually has a special right now on Netflix about just this, about and it's called The Comeback.
I mean, yes, of course. I mean, it's legendary.
It is legendary. It's never happened before.
I give props, plain and simple. Boss, that right there. And not only did y'all break the curse, but somehow, some way, even though sooner or later we got back to the World Series and won one, the Red Sox for a minute was whooping our ass. We would be first place in our division, and the Red Sox somehow, some way, would come up and beat us.
Big Poppy.
Don't remind me. And Pedro.
Yup. And I'm telling you, woo, Johnny D.
Forget him. I see him in the streets, it's a problem. It's a problem. No love at all.
I hear you.
No, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
So since you brought up injuries and people stepping aside and not really playing, I just want to bring up, and which is a great segue into this, Indianapolis Colts for the NFL.
All right, we're gonna go into the NFL, guys.
Please tell me.
I had that on the list. Go ahead.
When have you ever heard of a starting quarterback sit out and say, "Man, I'm tired. I'm not going to go in for this play. Man, I just needed to sit down. So yeah, I'm gonna let them go ahead and play without me."
Is that what he said? Is that what happened?
Yes. Anthony. So this past Sunday,
I don't know the whole story.
No, I'll tell you. So this past Sunday, so in Indianapolis Colts, their starting quarterback Anthony, who he's a second year guy.
Yep.
He ran the ball for he ran the ball for a good 20, 30 yards down the field, right?
Yep.
He was so tired, he sat out the next play. After the game, when they asked him, "Were you
30
hurt?"
yards?
I think it was like 30 yards. I could be off. But
no, I'm just saying, you tied after 30 yards, bro?
Right? But they asked. So reporters asked him after the game, were you hurt after that play? Did you get injured? Was something
You all
wrong? He was
right?
like, look,
Are you all right?
look, this is hit verbatim. He said, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was tired. I just needed to sit out for that play because I needed to catch my breath, and I was just gone. I'm like, bruh, are you serious right now?
Did he
You
come? Did he come back in after a couple
He
of
did end
plays?
up coming back in, but
Okay.
overall for the game, he completed only 31.8% of his passes for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So now
10 to
Indy has
32.
announced they're sitting him and starting Joe Flacco.
Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you got to
But
do it.
have you ever heard of a starting quarterback ever? You've been watching football as long as I have. When have you ever heard of a starting quarterback take himself out because he was too tired to go back in?
I mean, it's a no. It's a no. But listen, I could see it if it was a older lineman and he caught a interception and ran it to 60 yards. Them dudes would be with a mask on.
Yes. Yep.
But at the
They
same
need
time,
oxygen. They
my
need
man,
oxygen.
I got nephews older than you, bro. I got nephews older than you. And this is your second year. So unless you telling me that
Right.
you had a cardiac issue or some type of lung issue and it was keeping you from being able to breathe and you have a condition or you need to go get checked by the doctor, something ain't right. Something right. Your mental is off basically. Like or something you trying to style out on a team or what like that, being a diva or whatever, or you not
But you're
really in
supposed
it.
right. You're supposed to be the leader of your team. So how is your team now supposed to look at you and respect you to lead them to hopefully one day a Super Bowl when you over here checking out because you tired?
Especially when the backup actually is winning games for them.
Yes. Yes.
And it was you only got back in because you was healthy and you were their top, their number one, their pick.
Right.
I mean, Flacco honestly does this everywhere he go. If I was a quarterback, a starting quarterback, and Joe Flacco was behind me, I ain't taking no days off, bro. I ain't taking
Right.
no
Because
days
he
off.
did it in Cleveland. He balled out. I was actually surprised Cleveland let him go because he balled out in Cleveland.
Right now, they would have Flacco ready to go. Matter of fact, they would have replaced Deshaun 4 games ago.
Now, and can we talk? Yes. What happened with Cleveland? With the fans cheering for injury?
Say what?
You didn't hear when you just said his name for Cleveland.
Deshaun
he hurt
Watson?
his Achilles. Yeah, Deshaun Watson. He hurt his Achilles.
He tore his Achilles. Yes.
He tore his Achilles, and as he was laying on the ground, he's at home.
Oh, the fans booed him. Yes.
They didn't boo him. They were like, that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve.
They were clapping.
Yes.
Like that. They were celebrating.
I've never seen fans do that on their home squad to their own team.
It's tacky. It's classless. I don't care how bad I mean, maybe because we would owe the man $19 extra million. But at the same time, we wouldn't be celebrating if Daniel Jones got hurt, plain and simple.
I was just about to ask you that. Would you, knowing how Daniel Jones trash, if he got hurt again, do you see, you as a fan, would you actually be clapping the fact that he got hurt, he's not playing?
In the current circumstance, hell no, I'd be tearing the room up. But if the circumstance wasn't where it is, hell no, no matter what. Even if he basically, I would. He might not play football again. You never know what happened. You know what I mean? That's classless. That's tacky. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I thought the same thing too.
I mean, I come from non-tacky, locations where I, became fans of the different teams, and
right.
I'm from New York, and I moved to Northeast Pennsylvania. Went to college out in Middle Pennsylvania, so I was around the Eagles fans and Steeler fans. I came down here to Atlanta, and obviously I'm around Hawks fans and I'm around Falcons fans, and of course you're once in a while Saints fans, but at the same time, I don't think any of them would celebrate. I feel like that's what happens when the organization needs to take a look at itself, because that's what happens when the fans feel beat down. The fans spend their money, they spend their time, they are invested, and the least you could do is make good decisions and put out a product that's halfway decent. It's not like you have to pinch pennies to pay these players. You're getting paid out the ass, plain and simple. But at the very least, you could pick a good coach, or at least you could maybe not give the farm for
a quarterback.
A quarterback, you know what I mean? Just to get him, especially when he already had issues. You
Correct.
know what I mean?
Correct.
So no matter what the issues aside, I'm not even talking about the issues, regardless of what. When you pick, hell, the Giants are close to starting to feel kind of that way. I don't think we're straight paper bags on our heads yet, but at the same time, we're displeased. But we felt the taste of a championship in recent history.
Right.
The Browns, when the last time they won? The 60s?
60s.
So the fans have been, I couldn't tell you the last time I actually can tell you a good Browns team.
Well, but they have gone to the playoffs twice in the last 5 years.
Okay, who was the quarterback?
It was supposed to be Watson, but remember he got hurt, so it was Flacco.
Yeah. No, before
Flacco. No, Flacco was the backup, and Flacco took over, and he's the one that took them to.
Flacco was there, and with that defense,
and he took them. Yes, and they were playing Houston, and they were just like, oh man, look at this, Houston versus Cleveland. And everybody thought Cleveland was going to win. Everybody thought Cleveland was going to win.
And the fans were excited. And then they let Flacco walk out the front door. And then basically they get stuck with Deshaun. He stinks up the joint. He has weapons. You know what I mean? Njoku was hurt a little bit basically, and he didn't have Nick Chubb quite yet. But he basically, he wasn't going to do great things with that offense. But he could have did some things with that offense. That was the most pitiful offense. I'm sure Amari Cooper drove from Cleveland to Buffalo.
When he found out he was traded, he was the happiest man ever. Ever. That man could not get out of Cleveland.
I'll send for my shit. Plain and simple, And this
I was like, you know what? Hey, don't you want to get yourself right? Don't you want to get yourself out of your locker? Nah, man. You know what?
I'm gonna date myself. Hop in my Range Rover. Take out my CD. Put my Ready to Die CD in the CD player. People don't got CD players in cars no more, but I just basically.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
That's my visual. Put a CD player in, lean back, and turn the navigation on to Buffalo. No stops.
Yeah, right, exactly. He got to Buffalo in like 2 hours. And like, man, didn't we just told you 3 hours ago. That's how quickly I needed to go.
Man, Buffalo sent a police escort for his ass, man. Plain and simple. It was like, come on over here, my dude.
The man's on the football field.
Buffalo was needing number one.
They did, but he was on the
opened up that whole entire offense with one dude. They opened up that whole Keon Coleman's about to kill. Shakur has still been killing all year.
Like, he didn't even know the offense yet. He's standing on the line and he's asking the rookie, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, look, just go do this. And touchdown.
Got it.
Look right there.
Got it. Boom. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
You study wrong. Study wrong. You messed around and now you got a albatross around your neck. I hope that the Giants get off that albatross next year. But I would like to know what the how much guaranteed money he still has on the books with them. Especially if he has it's mid-season and he has an Achilles. Deshaun.
So
He's not going
okay,
to
so
come back until
that
mid-season
was
next
going to
year
be
at the
my
very
question.
least.
That was going to be my question. So with him having the Achilles now, and I'm going to leave this for Cleveland and with the Giants. Is this for those two clubs? Is this it for their starting quarterbacks to play for those teams again? Just think about that.
Anthony Richardson and Deshaun. You're talking about Anthony Richardson?
No. I'm talking about Deshaun Watson and Daniel Jones. Are they done after this season? Is that a wrap for them with these clubs now? Is that a wrap?
Daniel Jones, definitely. That's definite.
Daniel Jones still has 2 years left on his contract.
I'm telling you right now, born this life, plain and simple. If Daniel Jones gets hurt in week 9 and we got to pay him an extra $19 million, Daboll and Joe Schoen getting fired. Because I have no clue. He's not good. So why not just say the quiet, think what you really, what you want to say, just think it and do that. You might as well go ahead and start tanking. Put Drew Lock in there. Take the liability off the court, off the floor, off the field. What do you think? Do you think winning 2 more games for the season? Because I don't think we're going to win a bunch of games for the season with Daniel Jones or Drew Lock or Tommy DeVito, or he might mess around. Tommy DeVito might mess around. I hope they don't
like he did last year. Like he did last year.
We would have Jaden Daniels right now.
Yes, you would have. Yes, you would have. Yes, you would have. Yes, and who can we talk about the kid? This kid is killing it for Washington. You and I both said he was going to be good, but damn. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that hurts because yes, Danny, he ruined it for you. He did. Tommy ruined it for you. He won 4 games. Those 4 games put you out of the race.
Hey man, listen. I wish that Mara would phone a friend, because I need to tell him, bro, why are you trying to front like you don't want to tank? Everybody else in the whole entire world is tanking. If Greg Popovich could tank, the New York Giants can tank. You know that we're not good right now. Why are you even scratching out wins with Daniel Jones just to prove that you made the right decision when you know you didn't make the right decision? Saquon Barkley,
because he's trying to save his job.
You lost it already, my dude. If you ain't getting fired this year, you definitely getting fired next year. Plain and simple. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like Bill Belichick. If I was Bill Belichick, I would go to coach the Cowboys myself. It makes absolute sense. But don't let Bill Belichick want a challenge in his late years. I feel like Bill Belichick is that dude who does puzzles at his house. He has a whole kitchen table that has like a 4,000 piece puzzle that he just goes around and just puts one piece in every single day like a madman. Plain and simple. Don't let him come to don't let him talk to the owner.
No, Belichick is going. Belichick is going to Vegas. Why? Guess who's the new owner? Guess who is now officially one of the new owners for Vegas?
Don't say that. Don't say Tom Brady.
He is. They approved it. He is now one of the owners for Las Vegas. So Tom Brady is now the owner of Vegas. You really don't think he and Belichick aren't having conversations right now on the phone, text messages about what he can do, what power he will reign over in Vegas?
Okay. Because of history, I don't. Okay. First of all, maybe they have talked about it before. I'm not saying they haven't. I'm not saying that they haven't had that conversation. But the way things left off, even if they're talking to each other right now, the way Bill Belichick ran the Patriots and ran off Tom Brady, I don't think Brady would want.
It's a different situation. No, it's a different situation. Brady's the boss
He's the
now.
boss now.
Brady's the boss now.
But at the same time, with that being said, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen. But from one Aries to another Aries, Bill Belichick, we're gonna say I respectfully decline. Because that's an uncomfortable situation. Now, not saying that Bill Belichick is a small man and can't deal with, that kind of change in dynamic. At the same time, sometimes when you leave things, it's like a friendship, whereas it's like, things left off kind of wrong. It's still a little bit something there. You know what I'm saying? That you're just like, no, we still cool, but
I mean, he came.
I would rather not.
Look at the roast, the Tom Brady roast. He was there. Belichick was there, and then when Belichick went into, and then Tom Brady came to Belichick's. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that it's. I'm just saying that I think that's. I'm not saying that he's not going to coach any teams, or those are the only teams. The Giants or the Cowboys are the only teams that he's going to coach for. There's a lot of teams that's going to need coaches. The Jaguars. Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of teams that's going to need coaches.
So all right, so call them out. Call them out. Jags.
Let me see. Give me 2 seconds.
The Giants. Vegas or the Raiders. Chicago.
Okay, so Buffalo is good. Ravens are good. Cincinnati should be good. I think that maybe it's not Cincinnati's issues. Cleveland, maybe the Cleveland coach.
Yes, so Cleveland's one.
Maybe he misses some blame and maybe takes a shot next year. Houston's coach obviously is going to be good. Indiana coach,
he's safe. No, he's safe. He's safe.
The Jags coach definitely on the
Jags. No, he's done. He's gone.
He's absolutely gone. Tennessee's coach just got there.
He's good.
He's good. Kansas City. Denver.
Unless he retires, which I don't see him retiring, but
Andy Reid, come on now. Andy Reid ain't going nowhere. So Cleveland, I'm not Cleveland. Kansas City, Broncos, they're and the Chargers in that division. Those guys are going to be there for the next.
Yeah, they're solid. Yeah, they're solid.
The Raiders, like you said,
Raiders are there. Nope, Raiders are there.
You're saying that Antonio Pierce is probably going to basically be replaced.
He's gone. He's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
The Commanders coach, Dan Quinn's in. The Philadelphia Eagles, there might be
he's gone too. After that rant he did against the fans. He's out. He's out. Exactly. If they don't win a Super Bowl, or at least go to the NFC Championship, he's out.
Yeah. So let me see.
Cowboys.
1 second.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Philly Cowboys. Definitely. Unless Jerry Jones is more senile than Donald Trump. I mean, you just see that's my thing. These coaches and owners will shoot their own team in the foot just to save face, and that just smells like bad work to me, man. Yeah, just be real. If you know what I'm saying, I keep talking to people that's like, you think McCarthy's gonna last? I'm just like, man, listen. Ever since I heard T.O. say that Jerry Jones sat with him at dinner and told him, hey man, you're not going nowhere. I love you, man. You're not going nowhere. And then he was gone the next year. Ever since then, I'm just like, Jerry Jones, I don't trust nothing, nobody he say, man. Plain and simple. The Giants coach, I pray that he's gone.
You really think that they're going to keep him?
I don't think Dabo is. He might. Dabo is an offensive coordinator. It is what it is. People take shots all the time. Spags. I love Spags to death. I wish that he would come back and be the D-line coach for the Giants again. We won 2 championships under that man. He was bad as a head coach. Some people are just specialized. They don't know how to be leaders of men from their position. They might know a lot about football, but they don't know how to be leaders of men. That's the one thing that I always said about Cleveland. They get all the first round picks in the world, and they're still trash because they never get a good coach. Somebody
The
has to
Jets.
rein in these people. The Jets,
The
they
Jet.
need a new coach.
The Jets. They need a new coach.
Plain and simple. I think that Chicago's a new coach. So I mean,
Chicago needs a new coach.
You think Chicago too? Maybe.
Because think about it, they brought him back. They were going to let him go, and they were like, "Nope, we'll give him one more shot." Sure. Now,
hey, maybe definitely bring in another coach that's a little bit more maybe offensive minded, be able to
help Caleb.
Yeah, do as much as possible for Caleb. Basically, Falcons are good. Broncos are probably. Buccaneers are probably good. Saints, meh.
Ooh, Saints.
Panthers,
ooh.
Panthers. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Panthers are going to clean house every which way possible because they just, I don't understand it. Like, how could they can't seem to get it together on any level, period. They can't seem to get it together. Ownership is terrible. Head coach is terrible. Offensive coaches are terrible. Like, they just can't figure it out.
Absolutely. Amen. I just feel bad about Bryce Young, even though I don't really know much about him or really watched much tape of him back in college. So I just feel bad for guys who for like we spoke about at the beginning of last year and this year.
Yes,
you just feel bad about your rookie quarterbacks getting thrown into the Lions Den. It's like throwing them into the Coliseum. He's just new meat. He's fresh meat.
Right. But we said this before. That's why Green Bay has always been successful because they allow these quarterbacks that they draft to sit. Mm-hmm. Like, well, you just got him in first round. And so what? Let him learn how to play. College and NFL is not the same breed. It is not.
It's not. At the very least, you bring him along. Make sure he learns what he has to learn. Every once in a while, when you get hurt, he'll come in for a couple of possessions or for a game here and there till you rest up. It's fine. It's your job, Aaron. I mean, Brett. I mean,
right. Jordan. No, same thing. But no, that's how it was.
It's your job. But sooner or later, you're not. Listen, that's what I'm saying. These teams, they are institutions. They're not just the mom and pop shops that are going to pop up and grand opening, grand closing. No, that's the Green Bay Packers are going to be here longer than you are, Aaron. Just understand that sooner or later, LeBron, you're getting older, Tom, and sooner or later we're going to have to replace you.
So why not train or coach up or be that mentor to that next generation, to the next generation that's going to be there after you?
To me, that is the most weak energy I ever see. When you have, don't get me wrong, you should basically, you worked hard, you earned your starting position, no problem. But if you basically shitting on the young dude who's just a rookie, they haven't even given him your job yet. But you can't just pass on some knowledge. Somebody passed you some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be who you were if somebody didn't treat you well. You know what I mean? So why not pass it on? And if you like that, you don't got to worry about it.
Yep.
Plain and simple. So
right.
Also the Cardinals. Yeah, that coach is probably gone too.
I don't know because the Cardinals they're playing pretty decent.
Okay, they're 4-4.
They're tied for first. They're tied for first in the NFC West. They're tied.
Which is it wouldn't even be a competition, and this wouldn't be a conversation if San Francisco was.
I know where you're gonna go. I know where you're gonna go.
We're just like, wow, good for you, Arizona. Damn it, I have
CMC.
Quarterback. No, the quarterback for Arizona. Kyler Murray. I have Kyler Murray on my fantasy league. I know the pain of him not doing great in games play right now. So I feel what the coach feels. I'm not saying that he's not good. Kyler Murray's a good quarterback, but I definitely feel like the team is not. I don't know if they're not gelling. They're not performing to their. I mean, James Conner's still healthy. God damn it! How exactly aren't you capitalizing on this? You know what
their
I mean?
offensive line.
You know, exactly. It's a lot of different little things. Maybe he saved his job, maybe not. I'm just saying that right now.
I hear you.
Arizona, okay, you're hanging on. So I'll give you thumbs up. Halfway through, you have the back end, but I kind of feel like Arizona has a bad schedule for the rest of the season. I feel like that's what I saw. But we'll see. We'll see. Not a great season, not a horrible rest of the season, but San Francisco definitely underperforming. But that coach,
because everybody's hurt.
Shanahan's not going nowhere. Seahawks, that coach probably is not going nowhere no time soon.
This is his first year as head coach, so he's not going anywhere.
And the Rams, I don't.
Oh no, he's safe. That man is safe. That man is safe. Yeah, he good.
Some other injuries throughout the league, real quick, and then we'll do our pick'ems. Allen Lazard is out with a chest injury. So Devontae Adams, fresh from the Raiders, will be out there with God, what's his name? God,
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Thank you. Yeah, so they'll have all the passes to themselves with Conklin probably mixed in. Jonathan Brooks is on his way back. He had a full practice today. I hope that he comes out soon. I hope that he's fully healthy, but he's still going to be starting behind Chuba Hubbard. It is what it is. Also Higgins, he has a pulled quad, so he is questionable for the game for the Bengals coming up. But hey, Ja'Marr Chase will basically be happy. He won't have to split a knee. What's the name? Like I said, also Deshaun Watson, he is out for the rest of the season with a ruptured Achilles. Jameis Winston came in and he actually won a game against the Ravens.
Balled out. How he threw for over 300 yards on that defense and beat the Ravens. Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, Jameis Winston has always been a good quarterback. He just takes more chances than he should. Was that 40 touchdowns, 40 interceptions? Was that a 40 year?
Exactly. When he played for Tampa Bay. Yep.
Madness, but at the same time, I'm not mad at it. I don't know. I have to give it respect still. You got to put respect on that at the same time. It's horrible, but you still kind of got to be like,
yeah,
damn. But damn.
I mean, how many quarterbacks? Not too many quarterbacks can put up 40 touchdowns in a season.
Exactly. I think right now, maybe Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. And that was peak Josh Allen.
And Jordan Love.
Well, yeah, by the end of the season, that's right. Jordan Love had 40 last year.
Jordan Love is on par right now for 46 touchdowns for the season.
Well, hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm actually gonna come to him right now too. Also coming in for the Browns, Nick Chubb is finally back, and he pretty much has control of the backfield because Jerome Ford is out.
I'm so glad that he came back. I'm so glad he came back because that injury that we saw him have last year looked. Oh my God, it looked terrible.
He's gonna move that way, baby. Please don't move that way. That's a different animal. But I'm glad that he's back, and he he's definitely him, Jameis Winston. What's the name? Amari
Njoku, have Njoku there. Yeah, I think they can do. I think they can do some work.
Tillman did pretty well for them last week too.
Yep.
They might be fine. Kind of clear the air a little bit sometimes, and you basically, still find a gem here and there. At the very least, maybe you might be a dream killer. Sometimes that's good enough for the year. You know what I mean? Also, rounding out the end, Stephon Diggs has a season-ending ACL tear. Unfortunately,
brutal.
So he's
brutal, absolutely brutal.
Nico Collins still hurt.
He's still out.
But he's coming soon. Tank Dell will pretty much have the lion's share of it.
Yeah, so they're going to have to utilize Daniel Schultz a lot
So
more at that
then
tight end spot. He's a sure guy, got sure hands. They just have underutilized him so far this year, and if they want to pull it out, they're going to need him.
I kind of feel like I remember also. So I don't know if they utilize it as much as they should, but Joe Mixon, when he was with the Bengals, he caught passes now and then.
Oh no, he had great hands too. Joe Mixon has great hands too.
So
Yeah.
they can move things around. They can move things around. You know what I mean? And keep it up until Nico comes back. They should be okay. Joe Mixon fresh and healthy again. So I think they should be okay to keep to stay afloat in that division. And unfortunately, but hopefully with a great a little some silver lining. Jordan Love, he pulled a groin muscle, but I believe he is still he's limited practicing, and he is going to try to go for Sunday.
More than likely, he'll probably. So let's It's a huge game. It's a huge game Sunday,
and that's why
he wants to play. Yes, there you go.
For it, it's. Sometimes you have a good defense and you want to capitalize and see how far you can take this season, and you'll worry about the injuries afterwards. I feel it, but
it's a massive game because the winner of Sunday's game between Detroit and Green Bay not only becomes number one in the NFC North, but also will become number one in the NFC period.
Wow. Is that
so?
Who are they playing?
Detroit plays Green Bay.
Lions. Oh wow, that's a big game. Yeah, it's a big game. Absolutely.
Now, so let's also talk about Detroit. Williams.
Jameson Williams.
What this man cannot seem to get it together. This man has been in the league for 3 years, 3 seasons. He missed the first season because he was injured. Then he was suspended the second season for 6 games for gambling.
Yep.
Then he gets suspended this year for drugs. Now he has
performance-enhancing drugs.
Yes, PEDs. I apologize. Yes, PEDs. Now the DA's office has a warrant out for his arrest because he has a illegal gun in his possession that they found at a traffic stop. This man cannot get his life together. He has the perfect situation with Detroit right now. The perfect situation. Please help me understand this.
Sometimes when people have situations that get in the way of the way they saw their life becoming, and some people basically are grinders. They'll grind it out. Oh, this happened. All right, well, I'm still here. They didn't let me go. I'm still going to basically just grind it out. And some people start to spiral. You know what I mean? Some people basically just can't get out their own way. Maurice Clarett.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? Sometimes Maurice Clarett was about to be like the next Emmitt Smith, man.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
I went to Penn State, so I know about Maurice Clarett.
He was a baller for Ohio State. I mean, he was a baller.
My gosh.
And then he still did it when he went to the Broncos. He killed it for the Broncos. Well, until his off-field activities decided to take over.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I mean, you took some bad advice, and I don't know exactly what the circumstance was, but either way, they said no, and then your draft situation doesn't go the way you expected. It starts a domino effect of things that basically happen, and at the very least, also, it's not just a domino effect. It might just be circumstances that's just happening to you as life. That's just life. You know what I mean? you deal with it, you fight through, and you make it to another day, and you thank God that you made it. You know what I mean? But some people basically just feel like the universe is piling up on them, and then they just do another dumb thing, and it's just like they're just self-destructing. I like to believe that it's just some circumstances. I mean, hey, he had an unlicensed gun or something like that. I know a lot of people with unlicensed guns, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't hating. And he got money, so he might be doing what he has to do. But at the same
it's just
time,
a
it's like,
it's
dang,
the
son,
fact that it's
timing,
that yes,
timing.
he's only been in the league 3 seasons. Like
We
what?
have one clean season. One clean season.
Right.
And
Like,
he
dude.
and Detroit is just waiting for you to be their number 2/number 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They've been waiting for you. And that's a whole nother thing too. It's layers to that self-destructive, it's because it's just like, it's not like you've been abandoned by the team, because another team might have abandoned you after basically you're a second-year player and you get caught gambling. After you had the opportunity to still be here after an injury, we kept you. That proves that we want you here. But not only are you taking PEDs, and I'm not going to basically, completely shield the team from that, because a lot of times the team knows. But you take that for granted by compounding other issues on top of your history. You know what I mean? It's just like it's almost like it gives you a license to fuck up. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, oh, damn, I did it again. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And you start beating up on yourself, and now you depressed again, and then somebody cuts you some more slack, and you pick yourself back up, and you ready to go out there again. Coach, I'm ready, coach, put me in, coach. And you just can't. Sometimes I hope, but I hope that he turns it all around, but sometimes a pattern is a pattern.
I honestly, and I've said this for years, the NFL needs to have a better setup for these young players. These are players, it's different than college, because college, you're with kids who are the same age as you.
Mm-hmm.
In the NFL, you have a 21, 22, 23-year-old kid with a 30, 40 something grown man. The mentalities are so completely different. The responsibilities are completely different. You're giving a 21-year-old kid pretty much a blank check and saying, hey, congratulations, welcome to the league. Here's $20 million. Go live your life. Now, I understand during the NFL symposium, they give them one class to work out their financials. That ain't gonna do nothing for no kid. Right. So why don't you set it up to where you have counselors, you have brokers, you have people that are their financial people that are there, and then people who are going to work with them to help them, guide them to not make these dumb mistakes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be in short, because they don't care that much. So they don't care that much. They pay you, and if you're not,
it's a business.
Performing,
you're grown. Yeah.
If he's not performing to what his expectations, if he's not meeting the expectations that they had,
throw them deuces.
This is his third year of his rookie contract. Then next year will be his last year. If they feel some kindness in their heart, they'll keep him, but I'm sure that they can cut him at the end of this year. I don't believe that he was a high draft pick, because he had issues coming out of college, right?
He was a second round pick.
Okay, he was a second round pick. What was that? What was he? Was he injured at the end of college?
Yes, he got injured. He got injured playing Georgia in the championship game.
Right, exactly.
And so that's why he missed that's why he was drafted, and then he missed his entire rookie season. Then at the end of his rookie season is when that whole scandal came out with, players gambling and whatnot. And he was one of the 6,
right?
That was part of that.
and that's all
So he
good.
got suspended for 6 to 8 games, came
Mhm.
back, balled out, did great. He's been balling out this year, and now the whole PED thing pops, and now this whole gun thing pops. So now the league is looking into it, which you know how the league is going to do. They're going to suspend him for another 4 games on top of the PED, which they're already
That's
suspending him
fair.
for 2 games. That's 6 games, and which are crucial because now you're playing very vital games right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the
This is the
middle of the
meat.
season.
This is the meat and potatoes of the season in the middle of
Yes,
a tight race in a tight division.
correct.
So for you to, I mean, see the PEDs is the original sin basically that happened here. You can't, I mean, yeah, he gambled or whatever basically last year, but that stain stays on you. And until they green light that, it's gonna stay on him. But he could easily get past that with a quick little
Yes,
suspension and be past, but then you could pound it with a gun. It's just like now everybody's eyes are on you. And even if you come back, they might not decide to play you because at the very least the optics are going to be bad because they're going to basically be green lighting someone who's a repeat F up.
offender. Yep.
I don't want to say offender because I don't. It's nothing.
It's not
Well,
court. I get it's not court.
the gun is illegal, but at the same time, I don't want to say offender. This is
I
negative
I mean
connotation.
it in terms of the
But
NFL policies, the
yeah,
violation of
exactly.
NFL policies.
He's
That's what I
offending
mean.
those. Exactly. Yeah,
Yes,
I feel you.
he's a
I feel you.
repeat offender with going
Yeah,
against NFL policies. And
agreed.
you're right. If
Agreed.
he's suspended for 4 games, that
Mhm.
we're already in week
We about to
9.
we gearing up for
Right,
the playoffs.
we're already in week 9. You
And
missed last game. You missed this game
we
against the
didn't
Packers,
fine
which
tune the team. You know what I'm
so
saying?
right, so you're missing vital, crucial games that are needed for you to keep that number 1 spot.
Number 2 spot. No, sorry, number
Well,
3 spot. Sorry, number 5 spot because they got weapons. That's what I'm saying, son. You were already on thin ice. You were one small cog in a big galaxy of cogs of
yes,
wheels. You have a Monroe St. Brown. You have Sam Laporta. You have Jahmyr Gibbs. You have Montgomery.
Montgomery. Yep.
I mean, I'm sure they have other wide receivers too. You know what I
But
mean?
they're not, but they were the go-to. Amon Ra and him and Laporta. Those were the go-to people. Day in, day out, game on the line. You're going to one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
now, yet again, he's not there.
He's not there. I mean, it's so anyway. This is his 3rd year. I think it's a 4. I think rookie contracts are 4 years, correct?
4 years, but with the 5th year, they can pick up his 5th year.
Yeah, okay. But I'm sure that it's not guaranteed because they'll cut somebody who ain't listening, especially after
Oh
3
yeah,
years.
yeah, no. After your 3rd year, so you have until 4. You have your 4th year, but your 4th year, they can basically say we're not going to give you a 5th year, so you're playing
And we're
out
definitely
no
we're not
contract. Yeah,
extending
you're
you
playing
either.
without a contract. Pretty
Exactly.
much,
We're not
yes.
going to extend you, and we're not going to pick up your. We're not going to. When it is what it is, we're not going to extend you. So,
Correct.
and I'm sure that a lot of that is not guaranteed anyway. So they can
No,
basically keep walking.
no, they
He probably got his
rookies.
whatever guaranteed.
Yeah,
He already
rookies
got
they
it.
get their signing bonus, and then majority of their contract is guaranteed, but that's on the front end. The rest of it,
Exactly.
it's
Right. So
yes,
whatever's guaranteed, he already got. So
yes.
I mean, he better walk on water when he come back. That's the only way he's going to basically save his job. Because sometimes, I mean, come on, we all had that co-worker or family member who basically this always get in their way, always tripping over something.
Right.
It's like,
Right,
oh
right.
man, was that interview today? You're damn right the interview was today.
Yep.
I was up playing Xbox. See,
I overslept. I did set my alarm. You know, I missed the bus. You know, somebody didn't call me to wake me up, bruh.
Do you
You
want
a
this for
grown
them?
man. Take
You
responsibilities for your actions.
You're a grown person, period. You got to get your ass up and be a grown functioning adult
Right.
and not need somebody to hold your hand through it. Because right now you sound like you really don't sound like you're a professional or an adult. Because
Agreed.
adults, I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. What state are they in?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan. I don't know what the gun laws are in Michigan.
I don't know the gun laws are. I don't. I just know they said
I'm
it was
down here in Georgia,
unregistered.
so everybody got guns.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
Register,
it's different than the South. I know that for a fact. Cause the South,
register. Hey, I grew up in New York, so I know that. Gun, nope.
Yep.
It's gonna take you can get a liquor license before you can get a registered gun in New York. Bet that. So I mean, plain and simple. But hey, I hope everything goes well with him and he gets on basically. But at the same time, you're walking on thin ice, young man. All right, so man, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I want to get to our picks for the week.
All right, let's do it.
All right, man. Let's go. All right. First game, Texans Jets. Who you got?
Oh my gosh. I honestly thought that having Devontae come to the Jets was going to be the saving grace that don't give me that look that Aaron Rodgers needed, and it's just not working.
I'm gonna
have to go. Huh?
I don't think the coach. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think the coach was
it's
great.
The coach. It's the coaching. It's the coaching. They should not have fired the coach.
They shouldn't have fired the coach. They should have got a better offensive coordinator. They should have got somebody else to call the plays for them. At least a consultant to come in and try to fix that offense.
That was on the owner. The owner fired without consulting anybody. And the owner did it because the coach wore a Lebanese flag on his clothing during a game to support his home country.
Wow, I didn't know it was that deep.
Yes.
But hey, NFL owners gonna racist.
But I'm gonna have to go with Houston because the defense, the Jets, they just have this black cloud over them. And until they figure out how to put some sunshine in that locker room, it's just gonna keep going down.
So you got the Texans.
I'm going Texans.
Smart answer. That's the number one answer. I did too. Okay, so Cowboys Falcons, they're in town this weekend.
Oh, Falcons. And I can't believe I'm actually saying it, but Falcons are balling right now. And Absolutely. The Cowboys have no identity. They can't run it. They can't throw it. They have no defense because everybody's hurt. They're who are the Cowboys right now?
Hey, even if it turns into a shootout, the Falcons have more weapons.
Oh yeah,
the Cowboys are Arnold Schwarzenegger and Commando. I'm going Falcons also. Dolphins, Bills. This is easy too.
Oh, bad Bills. Miami is just they're the same thing. I don't know what's going on with them, but Bills are on all cylinders, and adding Amari Cooper, all that does is give them a stellar. Yes, exactly.
4-lane highway. 4-lane. And James Cook is still going to lead. He's still basically. Come on.
Oh my gosh, James Cook is tearing it up on the field. But the only reason is because you can't put 9 in the box anymore because you now have an extra deep threat in Cooper.
That part. And you got Kincaid. And you got Khalil Shakir.
Yep.
Hey, pick your poison. Ravens, Bengals. Bengals.
AFC North battle. Bengals are playing really good right now. Baltimore took a slap in the face with that loss. I don't think you know what? Baltimore, and I got to go with the King. And the King, I don't think the King is going to take a second loss.
No, it's Bengals Raiders.
Oh, Raiders. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
think
my
you
bad, my
said
bad.
Ravens.
Ravens. Yeah, no, sorry, Raiders.
Oh,
Bengals.
Bengals. Raiders. They're. I don't know I don't know who's the quarterback this week. They keep swapping quarterbacks left, right, and center. Like even mid game, they're swapping quarterbacks. So I don't even know.
I'm gonna be like the I'm gonna be like the Rock. It doesn't matter who their quarterback is. Chargers, Browns.
Ooh, Chargers. Only because Lad McConkey from Georgia. McConkey is killing it out there.
Finally getting to going. He has 376 yards, 4 touchdowns for the year already.
Yep, he is doing it. He had 2 touchdowns this last game.
Yeah, I mean, even though you have Flacco back there, I definitely feel like the Chargers are gonna are not gonna let that one pass them. They feel. I mean, hey, sometimes the way the season's going, the only undefeated team is the Chiefs. Is anybody else's game?
Yeah, that needs to be an asterisk next to that one, but that's here nor there.
What, the Chiefs?
The Chiefs being undefeated should have an asterisk next to it.
You're biased. I'll let that one.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I've never seen a team have be best friends with the ref so much in my life.
I mean, hey, sometimes the champs. Hey, man, I used to watch the Chicago Bulls, and I'd be like, "What type of defense is that?" And I didn't even know that much about basketball at the time, but I could look at it and be like, "Ain't no way they really playing defense."
Yeah,
no way
I feel you.
The king,
but I'm just saying,
gets passes. The king gets passes.
Look, Kansas City, until this last game, had 0 offensive touchdowns and was still undefeated. Please tell me how that worked.
It's good to be the king.
Not one offensive touchdown until this past Sunday.
What do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want? We're gonna root against Michael Jordan.
I got you. I got you.
He's trying to
yeah, you're right.
I ain't gonna go back to my boss and tell him why I couldn't let them for 3 feet. Patriots, Titans.
Oh God. Oh. So we're all right. So the trash bowl. All right.
Yeah. 2 people who actually probably have worse records than the Giants, unfortunately.
Oh.
You gotta say record.
How do you pick this? I'm gonna just based off of running. I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm not mad
just based off. I'm going with the Patriots.
I mean, Pollard is a better running back than
but they don't have a line.
But they don't have a line. But I mean, right now he's a better. Rashad Stevenson is coming on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I would say, I would have been like, oh yeah, Patriots. But Drake May is actually, I don't think he's
hurt.
Exactly,
he's hurt.
Not starting any longer.
He's in. I think he's in. I think he's out.
I would like to say,
but remember, Patriots have Jacoby Brissett.
Do they?
That was dirty.
I'm gonna go with Patriots just because I don't trust the Titans. The Titans quarterback either. I trust Jacoby. Shockingly, I trust Jacoby Brissett more than I trust whoever.
Look at what the Titans did against Detroit last week. Look what the Titans did against Detroit. They allowed them to score 52 points.
To what?
The Titans allowed Detroit to score 52 points on them last week.
And how much did the Titans have?
I think 3.
Exactly. Field goals. It looked like the beginning of the Giants. Who we played the other day?
The Giants played Pittsburgh. And I can't believe you.
Neither quarterback was good, basically, and so it was all field goals.
Yes,
it was all field goals until he finally got a touchdown.
you had a couple of touchdowns called back because your offensive line couldn't block anybody without sitting on their
No.
face.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I am not putting that on the offensive line. Don't get me wrong. Later in the game, they started to let they started to let up a little bit. But earlier in the game, they were giving Daniel Jones time, and he was
They
still
did. No, you're
underthrowing.
right. I'm
He
not
was
saying
still
you're absolutely
overthrowing.
right.
He was still missing people downfield. He was still dumping down, dink and dunk. He has no success in his run game. No. I refuse to give Daniel Jones any type of credit for any shit, plain and simple.
All right, fair enough.
Just saying, basically.
Fair enough.
So anyway, are you going? I'm gonna go Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going with Patriots.
All right. Next one is I'm watching time. Next one's Commanders Giants.
Oh man, I'm sorry, but this Daniels is about to have an MVP like game. I'm sorry, Daniels.
X equals to the third power.
What, man? Look, after that win against the Bears, Washington is on a high. And Daniels is about to have an MVP game against the Giants. I'm sorry. He's about to put up like 6 touchdowns, run for 185 yards, throw for 400. I'll tell you, it's going to be embarrassing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I listen. I'm a realist. I'm a fan, but I'm a realist. To put ourselves in the proper position, I want us to lose. Go ahead and put Drew Lock in for as long as possible. If you put Tommy DeVito in, he's going to try to win a damn game.
Of course.
Let let Drew Lock ride it till the wheels fall off. Save us $19 million, and we go find our next pick next year. Plain and simple.
All right. Fair enough.
Commanders.
Fair enough.
I gave it to Commanders. Period. I started off the season giving the Giants nods, saying, "Yeah, we can do it. We can do it." Nah. I don't want y'all to do it. Saints Panthers. 2 sad teams.
Geez. Oh my gosh! Another toy. Oh god! What is up with? I want to say. Coin flip. Saints.
I'm about to say Saints are a plus or Saints are a minus 7.5.
Saints, and that's on a coin toss.
I say Saints too because the Saints defense is not trash, and it's the Panthers. So
fair enough.
Even with Rathlisberger, or is the car back yet? It don't matter. It really don't matter. Broncos, Ravens.
Ravens. That loss that the Ravens just took, that slap in the face. Oh, the King about to run beast mode on Denver's defense. He absolutely is. He about to be a wrecking ball.
I'm sure that they would have rather to have at least keep up pace with the Chiefs. So when they meet in the AFC Championship, they might have a chance at having home field advantage. So they're going to basically do what they can, so at least they can control as much as they can control. I definitely feel that the Ravens are going to go in and show the Broncos no mercy. Even though the Broncos are not doing bad. Hey,
they're not.
Jags, Eagles.
Saquon Barkley is about to run for probably the record for a running back in a game.
It's not even going to be fair. Children. It's going to be children. There's children on the field. Bears, Carolina. That's it. I mean, not Carolina. Sorry. Bears, Arizona. That's an interesting one.
Okay, so it's Bears defense versus
in Arizona.
So it's Bears defense versus Arizona's defense. because both of the offenses are not balling right now.
I give the Bears a little bit of, they're not great. They're not great, but they're not.
Caleb
They're not
Williams
like
is
trash.
not. Caleb Williams is not doing it.
No,
He,
Swift has been basically carrying them for a little bit.
right, exactly. So I'm gonna go with Arizona, and I think only because Arizona's quarterback is a lot more experienced, and it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. It's going to be a tight game, and he's going to put the team on his back, and he's going to make, as he does, he's going to do one of his little swift moves, and he's going to put them in position to get a field goal win. So I give it to Arizona.
It's a toss-up for me, and I'll give it to Arizona for one reason only: they're at home, and they're in dire need of a win.
That's true.
Let's see, last couple. The big one: Lions Packers.
Oh,
showdown at that Lambeau Field.
In Lambeau. Okay. I love my Packers. I do. I love my Packers. We have a great backup with Willis. That was a fantastic trade to get Willis as our backup. I mean, fantastic trade. They did it. Then to pick up McManus as our kicker was a brilliant move as well, because he saved us the last 2 weeks. Detroit is playing lights out. I'm going to go with the Packers because we're at home.
I respect it. I'm going with the Lions. I just feel like right now they're clicking. They're clicking on all cylinders. No stop. They want to try to be the top in NFC.
Right.
Rams, Seahawks.
Another divisional game. I'm gonna go with the Rams now that Puka is back, and I mean he's healthy. Their team is healthy again. I'm going with the Rams.
Same. Puka's back. Kyron's back. Cooper Kupp is back.
Yeah, he's back. No, he's back. He played last. He played last game. He played the last game. So yeah, he's back too.
Yeah, Puka did great. I think they're right on time. Along with they have a tight end finally that actually is serviceable, in Parkinson. So yeah, Rams. Okay, so Colts Vikings.
Vikings. Only because the Vikings defense, I think, is going to overwhelm Indy's offensive line, and they're not going to know what to do. And as great as Flacco is, he's not going to have time to get the ball down the field.
And they're home, and they're coming off a bye, aren't they?
Yep.
So yep, and even though it's Flacco, they're good. I mean, don't get me wrong, Flacco could steal one, but I don't think that Josh. I mean, they got. I'm going to Vikings, but it's a close. It's a close. Close game. It's not. It's gonna be a close game. Last but not least, we have the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. Do the Bucs have a chance?
The Bucs took a
huge hit. That's another injury.
Yeah, they did. They took a gut punch. They took a gut punch against Atlanta in that loss, and I think that sour taste is going to sit in their mouth, and they're not going to want to take another one. So I'm actually going to go with the upset, and I'm going to give it to the Bucs.
Okay, no problem. I'm going Chiefs. Somehow they keep on figuring out a way to win. I feel like getting although he is not a spring chicken, I feel like getting DeAndre Hopkins is still a target that you have to pay attention for. I'm hoping that the old man Travis Kelce drinks his Ensure and his Nutriment and finds some vitamins, maybe some B12 shots or something, basically to get himself revved up for the game. But hey, I feel like the Chiefs somehow find a way to keep on winning, and I mean, hey, they took some hits, but at the same time, they still, they're still kicking. They have a
They
win.
are.
You find
They
a
are.
win. Yeah, and Spagnola, that defense. I mean, even though basically you're going to have to deal with Bucky Irving and Rashad White, the backup, Cade Otton. I mean, backup wide receivers, Cade Otton. I feel like Spag's gonna
Oh,
have to
wait a
be able to
minute.
take
Oh,
care of that.
no. I forgot. No. I'm going with the Chiefs. I forgot that
Okay.
what's his name is out for the season.
Yeah. Good. Godwin
Yes. Oh, I forgot about
and
that. Yes.
and Mike Evans
And
and
Mike
Mike
Evans is
Evans is
hurt
out.
too.
He's
Mike
on
Evans is
IR.
out. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
No. Chiefs.
I'll allow
Chiefs. I
it.
forget they got
I'll
they
allow
got
it.
nobody to throw to. Nope, you're right.
I'll
I forgot
I'll
about
allow
that.
it. I'll allow it. I mean, even though they have Cade, pretty much their whole offense is going to be Cade Otton,
And White.
Rashad White,
Right. And White. Yeah.
and Bucky Irving. That's basically going to
Yeah,
be
no.
them. They're gonna be-
No, it's gonna be no. Chiefs, definitely Chiefs.
All right, it's in the books. It's in the books, and I'll allow it. Just like spades, nobody else played on top of it, so I'll let you pick your card up. It's okay. I'll let it go. All right, but it's been an awesome night. That was good. Some good talking right there. There's some good talking. Before we leave, right now is October 30th. Tomorrow's Halloween, but Tuesday is.
I'm 42.
Happy birthday, bro. When's your birthday's on Halloween? Happy birthday, bro. 42. Getting up there. We getting up there, man. We getting up there. All right. It's all right. We age like fire and wine. Just got to keep on taking care of ourselves and don't let ourselves go.
Amen to that.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep on, stay active, no matter what it is. We're not going to get back to that, to our fighters weight. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna get down to our boxer weight. But at the same time, we could just keep on keep on moving, get them joints moving. The hips are, keep your hips and your knees as flexible as possible.
Definitely them knees.
Take some yoga. But I will say this, guys. Besides the holiday and Omar's birthday, November 5th approaches. It is
Tuesday,
election day. And I mean, if you're like me, you should be at least as educated as possible by now. I'll tell you who I'm voting for, but I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for. Nah, F that. How the hell aren't you voting for Kamala Harris? If you are on this show right now and you have half a brain and half a brain cell left in there, there's no way that you can say that you respect America for at least for what it is and what it can be and how much freedom we have compared to other places around the world, and say that you envy that. Just to feel better about yourself. F that. There's so many more things that's at stake here. So much more things that's at stake here. Go out there, vote, practice your civic duty, not just your rights. It's a civic duty to be able to vote, and vote well. Don't throw your vote away on a third party candidate.
You may not agree with everybody's views. You may not agree with the candidates' views and whatnot. Politically, you may not agree with how they do things politically 100%. But my opinion is, it is not just the politics that you're voting for. You are voting for the person and who they are. Do not vote for somebody that is they literally had to change the law for this man to run for office. You did it. You said if you had a felony on your record, you couldn't run it for president. They changed the law for him to run. That has to tell you something. Character means a lot.
It means a lot.
Just saying.
I personally have a lot at stake in this election.
Yes, you do.
I know a lot of people out there have a lot at stake in this election, or at the very least, your thing that you feel is at stake is what you feel or think America is. At least I feel like most people have a positive view on America compared to some other places. I can't believe that you want this to not even look recognizable to America anymore. Get out there and vote for the right candidate. You know who the right
Just vote,
candidate is.
period.
Vote,
Vote,
period.
period.
Don't just
Just
stay home.
period.
Don't just throw your vote away. Just vote. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you who. I told you who I'm voting for, but vote. Get out there and vote. It's Tuesday. I think tomorrow is your last day to early vote here in Georgia.
Yep, the first. No, the first. The first is the last day.
Okay. Well,
in Georgia,
day,
the last day early voting ends on November 1st,
which is Friday. Right.
Yep.
All right. So that's the last day. You could basically avoid some more crowds. There might be a little. I voted a couple weeks ago. So
I did too.
So I just didn't want to have to deal with the crowds, but it's definitely going to be shorter crowds, and it is going to be on the 5th. So go ahead and do that. Do yourself a favor. It's really convenient. You're in and out literally in 5-10 minutes, depending on the line. So, but don't, even if it is on Tuesday, don't get out the line. Get in there, cast your vote, and listen to your elders. Listen to the other people around you. Don't just listen to the podcasts and whatever, basically, telling you one thing or another. You know that women won't steer us wrong. I mean, come on now. Don't get me wrong. Women can be just as wrong as other people at the same time. I mean, I just made that basket. It's beautiful. It was beautiful. But plain and simple, we are just as capable. Your mother probably raised you, bro. I mean, and in many households, women have been holding down, and are so capable. So don't let any type of bias keep you from making the right choice for you, your family, your friends, for the country. Go out there and make a good choice. Plain and simple.
Well said. Very well said.
I mean, that's my little stump. But anyway, all right, guys, y'all have a great night. Take care of one another. Take care of yourself. Get out there and vote. Go, just keep active. To stay active and don't plug out, guys. Don't plug out. Stay informed. Definitely keep your eyes on the news. That's all I'm going to say. Keep your eyes on the news for next week, because you never know what might happen. You never know. Turn your notifications on your favorite news app. That's all I got to say. But stay well, mind, body, and soul. May you always find water and shade in the desert. And may your shot always stay wet. I'll holler at you, until next time.
Thank you again for allowing me to be here. I love being on the show. I greatly appreciate you always and forever.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. It's always a good time, always great conversation, great sports talk, of course. Until next time, though, I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace out.